The moment a duelist realizes they can't win, the look on their face is priceless. I can't wait to see it. Time to say hi to my fans. Number 15, Gimmick Puppet Giant Grinder. Quattro was unlocked. Let's get into the review. What's up guys, Daily Kamel here, and as you can see I've unlocked Quattro, so let's get right into his skills and rewards. The Arclight family's middle child, beloved by his fans for his kindness and generosity. Quattro won trophy after trophy on the Duel circuit. However, he secretly harbored a dark side, especially against Shark. He used the power of his crest to wield powerful numbers, such as number 15, Gimmick Puppet Giant Grinder. So let's get into these level up rewards. We shall look at the cards first, and then as we look at the skills, we'll take a look at where they're obtainable in the level ups. So let's focus on the cards. First card we're getting is Xyz's Effect. Likely going to be getting a playset of this. When you Xyz summon a monster, you can target one card of the field, destroy it. Alright, man. If you have a pretty slim card pool, that is a pretty good generic effect for any Xyz deck. Next, we have Gimmick Puppet Nightmare. This is a level 8 dark machine. You can special summon this card from your hand by attributing one face-up Xyz monster you control. You can only special summon Gimmick Puppet Nightmare once per turn this way. When you do, you can special summon one Gimmick Puppet Nightmare from your hand or graveyard. If this card is special summoned, you cannot special summon any monsters for the rest of the turn except Gimmick Puppets. Okay, so this is basically when you have an Xyz monster that has no materials, you summon this, and if you have another Nightmare in the hand, you have an instant Xyz summon another one. You can do another Xyz summon after your first one has used up materials. So pretty nice. We'll see how much this gets played, though. Of course, it does require you to have two in play, so at least one in the graveyard, which with the way Gimmick Puppets play may not be that hard. Alright, so the next new card we're getting is Perform Puppet. This card was in the leaks. This is a continuous spell. You can banish one Gimmick Puppet monster from your graveyard. All monsters you currently control become that banished monster's level until the end of this turn, even if this card leaves the field. If a face-up Gimmick Puppet monster you control is destroyed by battle, an opponent's artifact and sent to the graveyard, you can target one of your banished Gimmick Puppet monsters, special summon it. Okay, so that is not bad. This has a similar effect to one of the other Gimmick Puppets. I believe the one that we got from the event that special summons itself when another Gimmick Puppet is destroyed. So this one also gives your field that effect. When a Gimmick Puppet is destroyed, you can special summon one that is banished, and then if you have the correct one banished, or if you chose to banish a specific one, you will be able to get its special summon effect if it does have one. So very nice. Will you be able to use something like Gimmick Puppet Nightmare? No, you have to use it special summon it by its own effect. Oh, if this card is special summon, oh no, never mind. Okay, so that doesn't work. You have to use some other combo. So it looks like we are going to be getting playsets of this card, but whoa! We will be getting number 40, Gimmick Puppet of Strings. This is a rank 8 dark, 2 level 8 monsters. Once per turn, you can detach one Xyz material from this card, place one string counter on each face-up monster on the field except this card. During the end phase of the opponent of the player who placed a counter by this effect, destroy the monsters with string counters, and if you do, inflict 250 damage to your opponent for each destroyed monster. So what this is saying is you detach, you put string counters on all the face-up monsters on the field, and then during your opponent's end phase you destroy all monsters with string counters. So even your own, if they have string counters, each face-up monster on the field except this card. So very interesting. You'll even be destroying your own cards, so you will have to be careful of that. A lot of people were saying this card is really safe for Duel Links, and it does not surprise me. I think this card is has a very, Safe effect, and I wonder if we'll be getting the Chaos forms anytime soon. Okay, so it looks like we're getting playsets of those cards, and that's it for his card rewards. Now on to the nitty-gritty, let's get to the skills. So his first skill, Puppet Strings of Fate. At the beginning of the duel, one number 15 Giving Puppet Giant Grinders added to your extra deck. In addition, the following effect can be used the turn you have activated the effect of a monster whose original name is Giving Puppet Giant Grinder. You can remove one Xyz material from your field and play one Xyz monster in your opponent's graveyard to your opponent's field in defense position. Okay, so this kind of sets you up for Giving Puppet Giant Grinder's effect. It kind of gets you a Xyz monster from the grave, right? So let's say you already used Giving Puppet Giant Grinder's effect and the monster is now destroyed. It lets you do it again if it was an Xyz monster. And again, it is using that play word, so it takes the interaction from your opponent away and it makes it happen automatically. Pretty interesting. I don't know if this is the skill people are going to use though, because not every deck plays Xyz monsters. Having the card affected having to be an Xyz monster is a little bit too situational for most people's liking. It's bad enough Giving Puppet Giant Grinders only special summon monsters. Of course, that's not a problem in most situations, but nevertheless, it does make it less versatile. So we'll have to see. Next, we'll have level 13, Numbers Rule. Okay, generic skill. Then we got level 20, Relinquished Puppet. Send one level 8 Giving Puppet monster in your hand or deck to the graveyard. Then play one Giving Puppet Destroy from outside of your deck. This skill can only be used if you begin the duel with a deck/extra deck that contains no monsters other than Giving Puppet monsters and Dark Number monsters. Okay, so you have to go full on Giving Puppets to play this skill. And Giving Puppet Destroy says is a level 4 Dark. You can target one Giving Puppet monster on the field, destroy it. This effect can only be used once while this card is face up. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can special summon one or two Giving Puppet monsters from your hand. Okay, so you will be sending a level 8 Giving Puppet from your deck to the grave to play this from outside of the deck. This is unobtainable anywhere else in Duel Links, it seems. And then you destroy any Giving Puppet on the field, including this one. It seems that does not say that you cannot destroy this one. And then you special summon 2 Giving Puppets from your hand. Alright, so it still does require you to have quite the large monster pool in your hand. However, the original cost being you being able to send a Giving Puppet from the deck. So this is getting towards that Xyz summoning consistency, making sure that you will always be able to make an Xyz summon on turn 1. Whether it be a rank 4 or a rank 8. So pretty versatile. I do believe I've seen some deck lists running around with this, so stay tuned for those. But yeah, Death Puppet, Relinquished Puppet. So that's all that he has for level up skills. The rest are drops. So let's read them. He's got 3 here. Boom, we've got Giving Puppet Gear Changer. Reveal one Giving Puppet Gear Changer in your hand and change the level of a Giving Puppet monster on your field to either 4 or 8. This skill can only be used once per turn and twice per duel. So this does require you to run a Giving Puppet Gear Changer, which is an SR from the event right now. It does not give it to you in your deck. So this skill is kinda mostly because I do not think that Gear Changer will be a real part of the deck. We've gotten a lot of new support from the box and from Quattro himself, so I really think the list is going to be strictly 4s and 8s. Gear Changer on his own is going to be rough, and especially the other skills will look like they're giving you more value. Alright, so that's Gear Changer. Next we have Giving Puppet Replacement. Send up to 3 monsters whose total levels equal 8 from your hand to the graveyard, then add one level 8 Gimme Puppet monster from your hand to your hand from your deck. This skill can only be used if you begin the duel with a deck that contains no other monster than Dark Machines. Okay, send 3 monsters total from your hand to the graveyard. So this may be the skill people play if they want to play a hybrid Gimme Puppet deck, like people were talking about Gimme Puppet and Desperado. You may want to, I don't know. This skill does not seem as good though, considering you probably will have access to the level 8s you need because you're going to have so many monsters. However, the synergy with this skill is that you'll be able to send 3 monsters from your, up to 3 monsters from your hand to the graveyard, and a lot of those Gimme Puppets have graveyard effects. So if like proccing a graveyard effect as soon as a duel begins, since this does not have a turn limitation, will be pretty nice. So we'll have to see what becomes the best in the slot. Next, we have Gimme Puppet returning. Return all banished Gimme Puppet monsters to the graveyard. Once per turn, twice per duel. Simple. Yeah, a lot of the Gimme Puppets, when they're banished, the only way to get them back would be the use of what? This card, Perform Puppet. That's right, and this card will be, this skill would be the only way to get them back. I do believe some of the other Gimme Puppets have effects that bring them back once they're banished, whatever. So yeah, and then we do have Relinquish Puppet that we read at level 20. Okay, so just let's go over these generic skills. He does have Heavy Starter, Overlay Gain, Attack Charge, Draw Sense Start, Draw Sense at level. Whatever. Pretty. I wish he had like a more general one, but whatever. So, what do I think the best skills from Quattro are going to be after reading them? Relinquish Puppet is looking like one of the best in slot ones. Gimme Puppet destroys effect alone, special summoning Gimme Puppet monsters, and this card materializing from thin air, just from sending a card from your deck to the graveyard, is very nice. Even if you don't use its effect, you can easily get out a rank 4 Xyz with him and another Gimme Puppet on the field. I would also say that the Strings of Fate skill is interesting, but unless every other deck is an Xyz deck in the game, I do not believe it is going to be doing much. What was the other skill that was interesting? Gimme Puppet Replacement. This is also an interesting skill. If the Gimme Puppet Destroy, if the advantages from that do not seem as useful, definitely sending Gimme Puppets to their grave, if you're able to manipulate which ones you're able to send to get those graveyard effects, that would be pretty good as well. So Gimme Puppet Replacement and Relinquish Puppet are my top 2 skills for Gimme Puppets right now from Quattro. As for the level ups, I am glad that we got number 40. It would have sucked to just have one Xyz monster with this character. One Gimme Puppet, real Gimme Puppet number monster, so it's nice to have him. And I hope that we see the Chaos forms in the future. As for the level up rewards, Perform Puppet is a very necessary part of the deck to make it consistent. Gimme Puppet Nightmare is cool, whatever. I'm not sure if people are really going to use it, but all in all, Quattro has one of the better, more refined characters, and we're seeing again Konami once again making creative use of character skills again, playing cards, stealing opponents' cards from their grave, playing them to your field. Very good stuff. I gotta say, they did a good job. The skills, again, just so you guys know, Relinquish Puppet and Gimme Puppet Replacement. Very good. And I'm very glad that we got number 40 Gimme Puppet of Strings. So peace out, guys. Let's see some Gimme Puppet and new box decks in the tournaments. And don't forget, all 6 tournaments every week are free. The Discord is free. The new player help is free. So get in there. And peace out, guys. I'll see you later.